to build up. That's the question.
I want you to you need to balance it so you like create drama, but you also sound really smart yourself, right? So like,
oh, so I sound like a genius.
yeah, basically, you got to sell it, right? So you don't go like, oh yeah, so Kyo's gonna do this, this, and this because that's boring. But then you be like, so I get the feeling Kyo's gonna do this now.
Okay. So that's how casters do it.
Yeah. That's the real kind of talent of being a caster, right? You take anything you can and you just sort of milk it as much as as far as you can go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, to the bottom left-hand side, our blue Terran player is INnoVation.
And the top right, from Jenner, is Cure.
Do you practice?
By the way, I will have a question. Do you know what the prize pool distribution for this tournament is? I actually have no idea.
The prize pool distribution? So these guys, they already have $750 for being semifinals. Okay. If they win, they get guaranteed $1,500 and $3,000 for first place.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good for an online tournament.
So Sue is in the final, right?
Yes.
Is the final being played today as well?
No. Finals next week, Monday.
Oh, okay.
You'll be flying.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Well, I fly in 12 hours.
Yeah, but you'll be flying home on Monday.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Maybe the batch will be live already.
Maybe the patch will be live.
Yeah.
Dream.
So we see INnoVation going for one rack suspend with no scout, like a proper greedy cock.
Yeah, very greedy. Like you can't. I mean, there's just no information for him. It's on the low ground. Like he can get punished so hard from this. So
it's one of the best 2-racks map, too. Like 2-rack Reaper map.
Yeah, so much space around these edges of the base, and we actually see 2x Reaper a lot on this map because of that. So
yeah,
very.
But I'm assuming since like semifinal, and the prize pool is quite decent, they're just gonna try to mind game each other a lot and stuff like that. That's kind of how you do it in TvT in Best of X,
Yeah, lots of. It's not just about how you play; it's about how you make your opponent play, almost in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So, what kind of stuff can Kyo do? I mean, does INnoVation just get away with this expansion because there's no 2x Reaper? Is there anything Kyo can do to punish that?
With no SCV scout, your stuff is a little faster, so it's actually really hard to punish it with stuff like this. Like normally your Hellions will be slightly delayed because if you SCV scouted, but since he doesn't, his Hellions are a little bit faster, which makes this pressure, like the 2 Reaper 1 Hellion pressure, a lot weaker. So that's why people don't SCV scout well, sometimes, because they, especially in small maps, they want to defend this easy.
Yeah. Well, here's actually sitting back. He's just gone straight into a tech lab on his factory, so into a Cyclone. So he doesn't move across the map with the first couple of units, but maybe with the Cyclone, you'll be able to get a little bit of pressure going.
Yeah, but I don't think so. It's too risky, and I don't think he will do that. I think he will use swap and make a Raven.
Okay.
And INnoVation is doing like the Marauder Odin, so I don't know. It's really hard to hold with Cure setup, but it's possible. So we'll see.
What does Cure need to do in particular? Is it just a micro setup, or does he need to figure out that this is coming?
Micro setup. He can't really realistically know it's coming. So it's just about the micro. And oh god, he's not making the extra marine, so it's gonna be really okay. Like it just depends on the micro, if you can defend or stall until the second factory unit comes out, you normally can defend.
Yep.
And if you scout it, you normally want to make like a bunker on the high ground,
Yeah.
He's not gonna scout it.
Yeah. There's no way for him to scout this. Obviously, just sat back at home, not really doing much. All right, well, the Medevac has the 2 Marauders in, so INnoVation looking for the fast win here as he pushes across with the, obviously, 6 Hellions on the ground is pretty terrifying too. Those Marauders can do very well if they get onto the Cyclone. The concussive shells can slow it down. The Cyclone's actually going to split away towards the main base. Does just leave this low ground that bit more vulnerable. As here we go, INnoVation moves in. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So it's a lot of units, so maybe with the turret, actually, it's not looking too bad.
Well, the turret's pretty good to help push this back a little bit.
The tank is out as well?
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe, man.
Yeah, Siege Tank's a very good addition to this, of course.
Oh, I don't like the position of the tank.
Yeah, super far forwards, and actually the tank shoots onto the Hellions, which means the Marauders stay alive. And they get some more shots off, but the Hellions do go down in the end. Marauders now targeting the Cyclone. Will get the kill.
That's huge. Yeah. Because he's not making more Marines. Because he's actually going mech, so he doesn't really... he didn't defend that bad. Like, it's actually not bad. Because with this build as INnoVation, you have to cut workers. So it hits the correct timing. So even though he went 1 racks expand, he's behind in workers.
Yeah.
And Cure, this is like a mech lane that he's practicing. It's quite strong.
Uh-huh.
It's like a 3 factory, you fly the barrack over here, like look at my vision. And you push with like Vikings, tanks, and you try to kill him basically. So it's very strong.
Show where you fly the factory again? The barracks? You fly
Like
over here?
the barracks, he's gonna fly it soon and just fly like over here.
Okay.
To get like be annoying and stuff.
Okay.
And then you attack with use a mech attack, like off 2 base.
Okay. Okay. Kind of interested to see this go then, because obviously this is going to get set very soon. Yeah, I guess typically with mech, right, you usually get the third CC before the factories, so going 3 factories already is that kind of sign of being hyper aggressive here.
Like look how fast it is, and he already has 2 Vikings while INnoVation is first making his first 2 Vikings, so it's really, really a bad setup for INnoVation. He's always gonna be on the Viking disadvantage no matter what.
Yeah. It's obviously huge. I mean, air control is so big in TvT, and especially in these early game pushes. I mean, having a bit of air control, that extra reach for your siege tanks and etc., they can do so much. It just spirals out of control sometimes. So this Reaper comes in from Kira as well. Really nice.
Yeah. He scouts everything. He knows the barracks are very late. He scouts the timing of 3CC, and there's a barrack going to the natural, as I said.
Yep, Kira sending this across the map then to get a little bit aggressive. Okay, so in this situation, what does INnoVation do to try and deal with this? Is this about tank positioning, interference matrices?
Yeah, it pretty much is just about that. Like, it's gonna be really hard for him to defend, to be honest. It's like you defended beautifully the attack, and now he's in a good position. And look at his army; it's really, really strong. Like it's 4 tanks against 2, more Vikings, same Raven, and more mana for Cure.
Yeah, and these Marines just seem like they don't really add much to this at all for like INnoVation's defense.
It's actually Hellions are better because they tank better tank shots.
Yeah.
Than Marines.
Damn. Okay. Well, here we go with the. I mean, even this barracks just soaking up Viking shots. Right here we go.
Oh,
interference matrix going down, and a lot of auto turrets on either side. The Vikings just going to land from Cure here.
Yeah.
As he just gets sieged up, and obviously his tanks are in range of the tanks of his opponent. But the Vikings from INnoVation down as well. Wow, he's going to get this cleanup.
He mistargeted a huge tank volley. So there was 1 Marine coming from the top, and the 4 tanks shoot that instead of that little mass of Vikings and stuff. That's why he lost the fight. If he target fired the Vikings, they would all died, and he would have been in okay position. But now, INnoVation is on the lead, and I think he was a really too fast. You know, like he could have like move around a little bit.
Yeah.
Or move around a little bit.
Felt like he dove.
He didn't have to rush that fast.
Yeah, felt like he dove in as the first opportunity he got. So
yeah.
Really, really maybe again a little bit like you said, a little bit too fast from Q. Now Q is actually down 10 SCVs. INnoVation has a third finish and in position. Q is just finishing his up. So, and also INnoVation obviously kills a lot of Vikings in that. So now he has the Viking advantage as well. So that kind of flips things around in terms of air control. So Inno with a couple of advantages here on this follow-up.
It's not only that, like Kiro has no upgrades, right? Like it is like as I said, like a half a lane. Like he gets a 30C behind it, but you expect to do some damage, otherwise it's a very hard situation. Yeah. And he didn't really do anything.
The Vikings of INnoVation going to find the fight. Finally, Kyo lands his Vikings, but only after losing a few. INnoVation in a bit of a weird spot, as obviously Kyo will have to scan to fight the tanks, but he scanned just that little bit too late, so INnoVation will be able to pick up a tank kill. And he should be able to repair his orbital to keep that alive as well in this scenario. So Inno's looking just fine. Good defense here and pushing his tanks further forwards as Kyo backs away. Very good defense from INnoVation, putting himself into an amazing spot.
I actually really like this medevac drop. Look how he has to deal with with this medevac. Even though it's not gonna do much, even if he kills that tank, it's really, really worth it because he has to go back with everything.
Yeah. And
he's giving him more time to INnoVation just to macro up and do innovation stuff.
Alright, well, we do see the army here from Q going to turn back around, but again, it's just INnoVation being annoying, and now actually Q is not even in a position, so INnoVation might come and catch him out on the map a little bit. And with that air control, he just has that extra range on his siege tank vision and so on. Vikings going to lift up into the sky from Q, but they're again just maybe that little bit too late. It's going to be a pretty even fight here. Q will just about win out.
Actually, now that he takes the Viking control, kind of, so
yeah,
he can start doing some stuff.
But he's only one Viking up overall, so it's not super crazy good. And obviously, he has to rally that Viking across the map as well as it finishes producing.
Yeah.
This is obviously going to be big because the tanks are going to shoot each other down. But INnoVation got the first wave of volleys. It's actually pretty even. 2 tanks with 2 tanks, I believe. So I think INnoVation is just bleeding Q dry right there, right? I mean, 74 SCVs to 63. He's got a 4th base building, right? Or 4th base built, so INnoVation can move that into position. And Kyo still doesn't have like an armory or anything to go into upgrades, so he is still like very all in with this continued push.
Yeah, he actually went 5 factories before the upgrades. Like he's not gonna make upgrades this game.
Yeah.
He's just gonna try to kill him no matter what. But I don't see it really working. Like INnoVation setup is too good already.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see a few tanks have been pressing forwards, and we've seen.
Actually, INnoVation got greedy right there.
Yeah.
Less than a tank.
Tank for tank in the end, I guess, is okay-ish. As you see, INnoVation. INnoVation just sort of chills out, right? He just sort of sees where Q is moving because he has the Viking control. Q's just given up on Vikings as well. He's just going pure factory units at this point, so hoping he can kill him. He's going to dive in for the Hellions, but there's a lot of bio to stim down this ramp. The Vikings land as well, and there's just no way these tanks will hold on. That's actually so much bio from INnoVation, and that's going to be GG.
So
That just wins. It's pretty good at that.
I think this matchup is pretty even, to be honest. Like, Q is insane right now, skill-wise, yeah.
Yeah, here looked really
like
good the other day when I was casting him.
Like, I would rank him like, I would take Maru first, then maybe INnoVation or TY number 2, and number 3 either INnoVation or Q, same, you know? So he's like number 3 right now.
Okay, well, very exciting to get such a high skill TvT matchup here. As we have to the top left-hand side, our blue Terran. This is INnoVation.
And the top bottom right, playing for Jenner, is Cure. And they both playing one base, like 2 gas style.
Yep, so
Seems
both
like
mirrored each other this time around compared to
this is what I mean. Like INnoVation last game did an SCV scout, right?
Yep.
So you would think Cure analyzes that and like, should I proxy to Rax or should I not? But it would have been obviously the wrong call in this game, right?
Because
that's why it's like a little mind game, as I say.
Yeah. It's almost like bait, you take that risk of being greedy on the map that it's worse to be greedy on to almost say, yeah, if I'm greedy on this map, I'll always be greedy. So,
yeah.
Mind game's going a long way. Alright, I'm just going to turn you down a little bit on my volume just because people think you're loud.
Okay.
Should be okay now, though, I think.
Alright.
Perfect.
Oh, this is actually a really bad setup now for INnoVation. So he's going for this build that I don't know if you know, it's like a bunch of Reapers, some Hellions, and some Medevac.
Right.
But you need to go reactor first with this build. As he is. But Cure went 2 gas and SCV scouted. So he knows this is basically what INnoVation is gonna do. But INnoVation is taking off gas and just being as he got scouted, he's gonna play like a 2 Reaper, 1 Hellion expand, I guess.
Yeah, so INnoVation gonna just change up his plan with the scout. But obviously that still gives Q this little bit of an advantage, right? Because the setup for Q is just that little bit better right away. Q actually goes for a Widow Mine. Doesn't seem super good for
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I actually don't know the really good answer to this build. So maybe Kure will show us, because I think he should know what he's doing if he's making a mine so decisive, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I guess so. So we're gonna see still more Reapers and Hellions. INnoVation goes into Widow Mine as well. Yeah,
I don't know. Look at INnoVation gas. I think he should make a start from the forward, I guess.
Yeah, he has a lot of gas to work with here. Okay, that Widow Mine is gonna go good. It's gonna get. Oh my god. No way. That's actually crazy.
That's so annoying.
Oh man.
But it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean the units are still here. It's just frustrating that obviously that should have been a kill already, right? Now these units. Okay, well he gets one of the Reapers in the end, anyways. So not the end of the world, just a little bit of a shame.
Actually, if you think about it, it's not that bad, because otherwise he would have lost the mine.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Man.
So I think he knows now that it's not gonna be the build because he saw him take off gas, and I have to explain that you will never attack like that if you were doing the build. You don't want to lose any units.
Yeah.
So he probably knows, like he will probably just made an expansion behind it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's kind of like the little moves that you pick up on from your opponent, right? Like INnoVation, if you go for that build, you were just saying he just can't afford to lose anything because you've got to have everything possible to make it work. So Kyo's probably very comfortable now, and yeah, just kind of knows what's going on as both of them have this orbital coming up on the natural. And is this a map where you potentially see mech again, or are we going to see some marine tank versus marine tank, do you think?
No, he will have made the 4 gas by now. I know that build is not bad on small maps, so like New Reprognancy, Kairos.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you need to forecast really quick, like almost same time as third.
Yeah.
So no, he's gonna play, I suppose, 3 Raven or 2 Raven.
Yep.
And that's the real question: is they both gonna make 3 or 2 Ravens? One is kind of rare, but sometimes we do it as well.
So what's the big advantage of having a third Raven? Because obviously if you get a third Raven, you get yourself behind on Vikings. So is it worth that extra Raven?
It depends how you use it. For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the micro of both players. It's just a micro game.
Yeah. So it's just one of those either or situations. Like neither's kind of the right choice.
Yeah. There's no right choice. Otherwise, we will all do it every game. Like INnoVation is doing two this game.
Yeah.
And here, probably gonna do 2 as well.
Yeah, we'll find out in a moment.
No, he's making 3rd. He queued the next one.
Yep. Okay.
And you see this scan?
Yeah.
This scan reveals that he's making the 3rd Raven. It's kind of key, you know. It's very important to. That's why you see a lot of people scanning in TvT. Around this time, to see if he's making the 3rd or not 3rd Raven, you know.
Very cool then. So you get to see that full information. Very nice info for Inno, who builds a 3rd CC on location, by the way, so very confident that you can hold out on the map. Both these players are going to meet each other in the middle of the map, and we do have a bit of a fight breaking out. Actually, INnoVation gets some damage onto that Raven there already, but overall has to push back. I think his ground army just that little bit weaker, but he does have Vikings. Oh, anti-armor missile going to hit everything as Cure pushing forwards. Auto turrets will have to come down on either side. Cure does get him interference medics on the one sieged up tank, but feels like he's going to fall apart here. Wow. INnoVation cleans up.
That was really bad.
That felt like such a fight though at the start, where I was like, wow, INnoVation's in a bit of trouble. Like that anti-armor goes off, he's kind of doesn't seem like he has many Marines, and it feels like INnoVation just lost nothing in the end though.
I don't think Missile is that good in early game TvT.
Just doesn't make enough of a difference.
It's really good if you manage to throw auto turrets down.
Yeah.
Then it's like you kind of hoping that your opponent kind of fucks up, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well, INnoVation obviously cleaning that up, puts himself into a huge army advantage, and that's why he's already coming across the map. Now, he doesn't have much energy left on his Ravens, so there's only so much he can do here, but he does push forwards to get vision on the tanks there, and he will get a kill on a siege tank right away. Interference matrixes his opponent's Raven, and now he'll probably get the kill on that before it goes and casts any abilities, and another siege tank from Cure going down, and this just went from bad to worse for Cure here. So fast, let's go into a GG. Take it away. As we have INnoVation bottom right, Cure top left, but obviously the most important thing here is proxy barracks coming down from Cure.
Now the question is, will INnoVation play 2 gas or SCV scout, or what the hell is he playing? And it looks to me like 2 gas. Oh.
Yeah, so that's already a very good start for INnoVation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible to win.
Yes, it's not impossible to win. It's just you really... Now Cure needs to out-micro INnoVation, essentially, which is very difficult to do. So INnoVation even comes over the left side here, but he's not necessarily going to go down the ramp. Do you think he goes down the ramp as well?
No, yeah, most people do.
Okay. Damn. Well, that's brutal.
My God. He went the 2 gas into SCV scout around his base. Like, he predicted it this so well.
Yeah. And this
like you have no delay. Do you have delay?
First time. Yeah. Mate, the game hasn't even started on my stream. This is actually insane though, right? Because he didn't SCV scout until now. So like, this is like, he wins the mind game so heavily.
But it makes sense because, okay, so let's think about it. Game 1, what did he do? Reaper expand, no scout, right?
Yeah.
Game 2, what did he do?
2 gas.
Reactor first.
Yeah.
No scout as well, which kind of loses to 2 Rex as well. So this game here, like, okay, I'm gonna play super safe because I'm ahead. 2 games in.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's pretty crazy. Well, Cure with the 2 Reapers on the way up. INnoVation already deflecting the first Reaper in the main. Obviously, a second Reaper starts. He's going to get that factory going for the Hellion. Just keeps his Reaper nice and back in the mineral line so you can pull SCVs to protect it if needed. I mean, you can also like pull 3 SCVs to the edge as well if you like, but just going for this way it kind of works as well. And obviously just waiting for that Hellion to come up is going to be a huge helping hand. This is 1 SCV to begin with, but again, damage here is... Gee, 2 SCVs? Not bad. Now the second Reaper's out.
The micro's pretty good for Cure.
Yeah.
He's getting greedy. Oh, nice grenades. He's going to get away with all that. Oh, very nice.
Wow.
This went for terrible to not bad.
Yeah,
You know?
keeping these
It's
Reapers
playable.
alive, so it's still like a little bit of pressure available. And you got a couple of SCVs, right? So it does add up.
Yeah. So, oh, the jumping. He's jumping.
Nice grenade
Oh,
actually
no
out of INnoVation. Wow.
Nice on it, he got away again.
Yeah.
1 HP. Losing no Reapers is very, 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 very important with this build. If you start losing Reapers, you start to feel really sad.
Yeah, gonna see another grenade or two coming down as a couple of Reapers in INnoVation get a bit too far forwards there almost, and the Reaper coming around the side, INnoVation's maybe just too far. Yeah. Wow.
This was awful. Now he loses.
Yeah, just
He's
lost
dead.
everything. He's got one Hellion and a Marine to deal with all of these
super dead.
Reapers. I mean, Marine goes down pretty much instantly. The Hellion goes down in a couple of shots. It's one shot from death. But I mean, SCV is going to go down in high numbers. So Kua is, I mean, again, he should just do enough damage to put himself extremely far ahead, if not straight up end this right here and now.
The game is over. Like he can't.
Yeah.
He's just gonna make a cyclone center across the map again. And look at INnoVation making a raven.
Yeah.
Like super, super big guy. So what do you think? You think during this break he gave the keyboard and mouse to Maru? Because look at this Reaper micro.
It was pretty good, man. It was not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Not Maru? We sure about that? Let's check the hotkeys.
Hey, man, Q is pretty good. You
I
said it
guess.
yourself. He just
Yeah.
turned it up a notch, especially after getting so heavily hard countered.
Yeah, well, it's as I say, it's winnable because the Barak didn't got delayed. If he got
Uh-huh.
delayed, then I would be like really, it would be really sad.
Yeah.
But since he didn't get delayed by the CB, it's like just a micro game anyway.
Well, Q winning this one out essentially again with an 11 SCV lead. There's one of these games where it's like it's over and you've got to be like you still got to talk about it for a little while as
Yeah.
Reapers jump back in.
Yeah,
INnoVation's gonna save us. He's gonna save us from talking about something that's already. There's again another one of these larger maps to start things off. Obviously, didn't really get to see much of King's Cove, so let's hope for something maybe a bit longer on Thunderbird. I'd really love to see some
We'll see.
like kind of proper marine tank on marine tank between these guys. I mean, I know TvT kind of doesn't get to that stage all of the time now because of the aggressive ability in the early stages and so on, but I really feel like marine tank is a really fun composition to watch be played out.
Yeah. This is mostly a marine tank versus marine tank map, but
Yes.
you never know.
Not just kind of becomes. I mean, from my opinion, it just becomes a bit too tough to take like extra bases beyond like the 4 bases mech. So if you play mech, you're
Yeah.
almost like all in on 4 bases. Now 4 base mech ain't bad, but you know your opponent can play towards just surviving, and then you know the 5th base becomes very difficult. So
Yeah. So this game, INnoVation is going for a safety to gas again.
yep.
And Cure went Barak gas, and his DCV scouting for directly to the base. So it's how to explain it? Like it's like a good setup for Cure kind of, but I don't know. It depends what he does with Barak gas. Oh, INnoVation is series scout with 2 gases. On this map too. Out of, like this map is so big too, so making pressure with like that is so hard.
Yeah, so it doesn't really usually need to. Oh, he goes reactor first as well, though.
Oh, again.
He really wants to make this like Reaper Hellion attack work, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah, but he keeps getting unlucky with the games that
Yeah.
he scouts with it. Yeah, you really can't do it after you get it scouted. It's really terrible. But if you don't get a CB scouted, it's quite strong.
So probably see INnoVation change this up again. He is still mining 3 workers on each gas.
Yeah. He's
So-
not gonna change. He's actually gonna do it again. He doesn't care.
Okay.
Maybe because of the Kairos game, he took off gas and did the
Yeah.
just change his plan. But this time, like, okay, you know what? You're probably expecting me to do something similar, so I'm just gonna actually do it.
Yeah. The mind game's coming through strong once again here. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he even proxies the starport. Is that typical of this?
It's not really important, but yeah, you
Okay.
can do it. Doesn't really change anything. Well, it does make them medevac faster, but
Makes the medevac faster. Maybe like a follow-up liberator faster as well.
yeah, but it's even more all in. Like this build normally has like a nice, not nice, but like a decent
Transition.
transition.
Mhm.
But with the proxy starport, it doesn't anymore.
Okay, well, INnoVation. 2 more Reapers, another Hellion. Again, these numbers will stack up, but a bunker at the front from Kua. I mean, you can obviously still hit the main. I guess it's kind of blocked off.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about it. In this map, you can block with 1 building. So
Yeah. I mean,
Like the way you normally get around bunker is you jump the Reapers and you boost the medevac with the Hellions. What are you gonna do? You gonna kill the depot, I guess?
I mean, like, kill the depot, maybe elevator. I feel like there's no good choice really, right?
Yeah, that's his only. No, he can't fight the bunker with the side.
Yeah. I mean, you have to do something towards this side, but that's pretty much the only thing you can do. And, well,
now it depends if he make a cyclone. Okay, he make a cyclone, so he's not playing greedy. Like if he's so up to the start, I thought he would be dead. But
yeah,
since he didn't do it, he has a very, very realistic chance to defend.
Oh, he can load up on the Reapers. Wow, okay. So he's gonna drop everything in, but well, SCVs, few of them being pulled in already. Good first grenade from INnoVation. A couple of SCV kills to start off with. Problem is now obviously reinforced, and you need that medevac to come and lift up your units every time, and you can't always find time to do that. So that makes it kind of tough for INnoVation to continue on with this attack. And that supply depot, by the way, has eaten so much damage, and with the cyclone coming out, locks onto the medevac. Oh, he has to drop back down.
Oh, the micro the depot. Wow. You saw that?
Yeah, really sick.
Lower. Nah. Well, this is really bad for INnoVation. As I said, like the follow-up now is non-existent because the star pool is here. Yep. So yeah, sure, you're getting some workers, but how are you gonna stop the attack, man? He's just gonna make Ravens and attack, and you will have no backing. Like he knows.
All right, Kira picks up 2 for the team, right? It's $350 each. What?
For each. It was the easiest $350 I ever made in my life.
Well, I mean,
I had to defend a proxy to the Red Reaper. That's it.
I mean, Solo didn't even have to play a map. So
yeah, but at least listen, he got to play Keen in the match before.
Right. So you literally...
I had to play all the cops before that too. I didn't do any of that. I just saw a Discord message and I say, "Oh, I can play." Okay. And
proxy T-Rex Reaper.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, talking about proxy T-Rex Reaper, that's what Kyo's gonna go for again here. So setting up aggressively once more on Turbo Cruise.
Yeah. I really think INnoVation is gonna do that. By the way, there's no way he does it. One Rex Reaper fan. No, actually, he's doing it. Oh no, okay. Two guys. I'm like, okay. There's no way he's gonna do two games in a series. That.
Yeah.
I think one game is okay, but 2 is pushing your luck.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see Kyo with the. Again, kind of comes down to that micro war to begin with. We'll see if INnoVation again wants to scout with the SCV to try and figure this out as well. Again, it doesn't really matter if you don't scout it because you just naturally have the units to help you defend. So
it's too late already. He was not gonna do it. The scout. You normally do it at 18, maximum 19, and now it's. I mean, the setup's still the better for Cure. I mean, not for Cure, for INnoVation. But as we saw, INnoVation made a terrible mistake on Kingscope.
Yep.
And now it depends where the Reaper goes to scout, by the way. Because it could go direct. Many turns send it directly. Some scout around for it, for the proxies. So it all depends where the Reaper is going. It's key, the first Reaper. It's going to scout it though. Like it's going, as you see the rally point, it's going to the proxy location. The most common one.
Alright, well, he's going to be able to spot this. Then the Reaper will pull back a little bit. A couple of SCVs to help out while he waits for that Hellion. And the next Reaper to come up, so INnoVation again should be set up fairly decently to deal with this. Sees the Reaper, again pulls back, takes 1 extra shot. Shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's quite it. Because look at the factory; it's not done. The position of the factory is so bad.
Yeah, and he has to use the Reaper right away to help defend. Oh my god, the factory finishes. Wow,
yeah, that's very
clutch.
He didn't finish.
Yeah,
but he's going in. He's going in.
Yeah.
Oh, this is terrible for INnoVation. He lost the Reaper. You can't lose the Reaper.
Yeah, just let it get 2 Reapers get way too close. Now 3 Reapers pop out against 1 Reaper, and of course, so many SCVs already dropping.
Oh my god,
the Reaper got plopped. Oh my god, INnoVation struggling to target down the low health Reaper. Somehow keeps his alive, and he gets a second kill.
He missed micro a little bit. If he killed us, the Reaper that INnoVation has, the game would have been over. But as a stance, like, it's not that bad. But because he killed 2 Reapers.
Yeah, he's gonna get
INnoVation killed 2 Reapers.
Another Reaper for a Reaper here. Obviously, at this point, INnoVation is about to have a second Hellion and another Reaper, so this becomes a lot easier to hold off. If the Reapers from Cure were still alive, Hellions actually go down so quickly. But in this scenario, they're not gonna happen.
The thing is, look at the worker count. He killed 8 workers. That's a lot of workers to die.
Yeah, it is a good amount of damage.
Cure is ahead, and he actually kept that Reaper alive too. That third one that was popping is getting huge. So Cure is a little bit ahead, especially because going Cyclone right away, and INnoVation can't really move across the map because he's afraid of Reapers coming and savaging his mineral line. Which he's going, by the way. He's just going. He doesn't care. He's gaining time for the Cyclone.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Well, INnoVation's
he's
out of
chasing.
position. Yeah, he's chasing one Reaper down. There's nothing in INnoVation's main as these Reapers hop up, and they're going to start picking up SCVs. So now INnoVation's in an even worse spot. Because obviously he can't do anything aggressive. He's losing even more workers. I mean, these Reapers seem to be committed to the point where they'll perhaps go down. I mean, they might actually escape to the side. They're just going to
His
trade.
micro is so good, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Really good control. Gets a Hellion as well. My god.
I think it's better than Mario's, man. I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding.
This Reaper's going to win the fight versus the Hellion if the Hellion didn't run too. There's
He's
two more
winning the
Reapers. Oh my
game
god. Yeah. Oh my god, these two other Reapers show up. The Hellion's
He's
low.
so good at microing Reapers. He's way better. This is legit better than Mario. I'm not even kidding. And Mario's like top tier at doing this stuff.
Maybe he has passed it to Maru. The keyboard and the mouse.
Did he pass the keyboard and mouse to Mario?
Yeah, he's like, hey buddy, I need some TvT help for a minute.
What the hell? I'm so confused. Because he didn't even do this on practice, not a single game, you know?
Yeah?
He just play like, yeah. And now he just, I guess, he practices on the ladder, I guess. Now I see where I lose all the time. Who is it?
Yeah. Man,
There's this one guy that's really crazy with Reapers at high MMR.
that's actually insane though. Like the amount he got out of these extra few Reapers at the end when it felt like the attack was already over. Obviously INnoVation getting baited out and chasing one Reaper to the top left. Great play by Q. Absolutely just put himself into an amazing spot now. And obviously, as you said, like with the Cyclone, the slow zone, there's no way INnoVation pushes across the map. So,
he has no Cyclone, dog, and the second one is coming up.
Yeah.
How is he? Oh, he has one Cyclone, but he's up it for a Raven. Oh. How is he ever gonna take this base?
his command center has been denied so many times. It's actually insane. It's been slowed down so much. Man, this is crazy because now Kia from 0-2 down is going to put it onto match point.
Yeah.
INnoVation has to sharpen up a little bit.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Like that, now it's INnoVation. You lost to you tried to cheese him once, didn't work. Then you lost 2 cheese games. You start to feel kind of paranoid. He's gonna cheese me again, right?
Yeah.
What if Q just goes gas? I mean, expand with no gas and with no scout, you know.
And he has
That's
like
kinda
the
tough.
ability to do that, right? Because he's got a bit of leeway in his scoreline. So.
But at the same time, he's like, okay, I'm owning him really hard doing Reaper, but what if I do it again?
Can you do it again?
Yeah.
Do you think the micro is good enough to justify it?
Yeah, his micro. Well, this game at least was really, really crazy.
Yeah.
The other game was good as well, but it was more INnoVation moving out, being bad play. But this game was crazy.
Yeah. Damn. Alright, well, couple of Cyclones. Obviously up from Q. I mean, Q is already up into free racks, starport, etc. Obviously one of those games where you don't mess around with the free CC fast. You just get units up and you go and you go and you go because INnoVation does not have anything to really hold on with at all. I mean, a tank, a couple of Ravens, sure, but nothing that Q isn't going to have to help himself. Although Q only made 1 Raven, so he's missing
Yeah, he
out.
went 3 racks right away.
Yeah, so just a little bit less interference matrix energy essentially, but probably still enough to bust for him.
Faster to medevacs.
Yeah, I mean, so many other advantages, right? And for the way the game is set up, a lot of advantages that work very well. So,
especially because the common follow for this build is to do 3cc. But he just like, okay, I did too much damage.
Yeah.
So can you do this? Be ahead and still. Oh my god, the Reaper still killing workers.
Yeah, I know.
All the damage. Oh, he killed 4.
Yeah, finally SCV get pulled.
INnoVation super on, and Cure knows like INnoVation is moving out because he didn't defend the Reapers with anything.
Yeah.
So he kind of knows. So he has to cycle in the perfect position to see the push coming while doing a double trap. This is great play.
Yep, so many siege tanks for him to defend with. As long as he defends, that double drop's going to do masses of damage. Cyclone for Cyclone seems alright. I mean, INnoVation only has 1 tank to push forwards with at the moment. I mean, 1 more is coming, but yeah, it's such a slow push for Inno, and now the drop comes into his main. He's going to lose so many SCVs, so now he's pressured into being even more all-in because he's never going to properly reinforce or anything. Yeah. So good from Cure.
He's making back.
Oh my god, INnoVation just rallied his tank into the siege tanks as well. Just in case it wasn't good enough. Just in case it wasn't already over.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So let's see. I'm curious because this map is terrible for 2 racks, but at the same time it's good because it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one
It's
expects it.
It's one of those things.
Alright, so to the top left hand side, our blue Terran is INnoVation.
in the bottom right, playing for Giner is Cure. You know, because some genius decided to make a supply depot, being able to wall the jumping spot or a pylon in the more imbalanced case.
I don't know why
Okay,
this became a thing, by the way. Like,
it's really bad. I complain so much, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna stop doing it." Because this stuff like that and the low ground weight, you see, look at my vision. This stuff where you low ground,
be there in a sec.
you
yeah.
okay. This that you block with your gateway, your core, and your pylon, and you can't even see the nexus with an SCV. It's completely broken.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing you can do but hope and gamble and hope whatever the Protoss is doing. You know, that you can know he could be going one base, he could be proxying. You can do anything because the wall is come before you can even scout. So I used to stuff like that, and the Reaper, especially the blocking with one building Reaper spots. It really makes TvP really unenjoyable and completely gambling.
I do wonder as well, like, I mean, like, I feel like you put the depot down here, like, it's never in any danger, even though it's on the edge of the base, right? Because it's like, it's got this, like, huge ledge before it as well, so it's like, nothing will kill that. So you can't even punish it at all.
Like, let's say you proxy to Rex, like here on the right of the jumping spot.
Yeah.
But you always put your second supply depot there, so it doesn't matter. Like, you can't jump, so you have to travel. It's just annoying. So they're both going for like Reaper expand, but actually they both went exactly the same. Oh no. Cure went gas first, but he just make his factory late, very late actually. I don't know what's up with that. So the INnoVation, as I say, went barrack gas.
Just to see then what this turns out to. He gets the Marine out here before he'll continue in towards an add-on. So
Yeah. Oh, and actually, Cure is gonna do the classic one SCV one Reaper fight, but INnoVation one Reaper Marine.
Yeah.
So
he's actually gonna have the huge advantage. Yeah. INnoVation comes up. He does lose the Marine, but very cheap loss for a Reaper and an SCV. So.
Well, it's not that bad because imagine if INnoVation is healing the other side with the Reaper.
Yes.
And killing the SCV. It's really a big knife.
Okay, so I mean, as they both go up into an expansion, I feel like we haven't seen this for a little while. I feel like everyone's been dying at like the 5-minute marker, but feels like this one should go on a little bit longer than that, as Cure will be delayed. He already pulled his SCV back, by the way, to not lose it to the Reaper, so that was actually really cute.
That was just him knowing the timing of the Reaper can come through.
Yep, really nicely done, because he obviously knew he couldn't defend it right away, so obviously just saying, yep, I'll delay it. Saves me an SCV, though, so again, job well done.
So we're seeing, what are we seeing? We're gonna see a Raven, I guess, by both. But since Cure made a Hellion, it's Raven. What's his name, Banshee? Oh, okay. He's hoping. Banshee is kind of super rare on this matchup right now because the Raven is so powerful.
Because everyone loves a Raven.
Yeah. So he's gambling a little bit, but not really. Like, you still can play. Just you hope it to do damage. If
it doesn't do damage, you're in a bit of a tough spot, right? Because just the lack of a Raven is actually so painful, it feels like, to deal with a lot of TvT pushes and so on. So, yeah. Interested to see how it turns out with the Hellion here, by the way. It gets 2 SCVs. Man.
Not only that, he scouts everything. So
yeah, full information.
Yeah, that's the most important part. So, wonder what he will do with the Banshee. Will he wait for 2? Will he go directly? There's so many options. Will INnoVation scan at some point? I remember I said you normally scan.
Yeah, he scanned last game to see that Raven, right? So, not last game, the game before. Yeah.
Well, before that.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't scan for the Raven in the when he was dying, you know.
Yeah. So does he have the energy? I think he's not gonna scan because his energy is too low. If he does,
it's very late.
It will be close to. It will be close to safe close. No, it's not even gonna be close.
Yeah. So then he wouldn't even really figure out too much unless he hit just
as
the Banshee's leaving. Yeah.
So
not gonna happen. First Banshee actually just hides on the top. The other Banshee's going to go to the left, so looking to come in from 2 different directions.
Yeah, that's one of the best side chances he has with this build. And he might go directly into Vikings, kind of. No Raven. So no Raven this game by Cure. And he scans and he sees his double, like he's already making Vikings, so he knows it's not 3 Raven. but he doesn't know if it's two Raven, right?
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't know
Cure
the
could have been
Ravens
more.
up or not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
well,
very important.
you'll find out pretty soon because these Banshees are getting close to making something happen, perhaps in the bases. They are set up to the sides. Get
I
hold of
mean,
the
it's
map
possible
controls.
it's possible he waits and pushes at the same time.
Oh yeah,
Like like he
right.
pushes in time and does bunches to every mineral line. Then it's really chaotic and really hard to defend.
Especially because you don't just sort of get missile turrets at all nowadays because
Yeah,
it's just not in the meta to get missile turrets in your mineral lines. So it's
yeah.
it gets really powerful. Suddenly you've got to deal with a push and you've got to deal with two Banshees. It's going to really create a lot of difficulties for INnoVation, and it looks like it's exactly what we're going to see. INnoVation's
he
units
says armor
pushing forwards as well, yeah.
Oh, this is just a dive.
Neo has one
He's so
Raven, by the way,
patient.
across the map.
He's so patient. Cool, INnoVation.
Yeah, he's going to kill a siege tank.
Oh, good play, good play.
Yeah, so he's actually getting some nice damage done, but again, he's going to take a lot of damage as these Banshees show up, and he has to go and respond to it. First Banshee into the third, one Banshee going towards the main. Yeah, a lot of patience out of Q. In the end, he didn't go for that kind of full-on forward push. First
I
Banshee
think
goes down.
he should have sent the one on the main base first.
Yeah,
Because he sent the one on there first, so it's a lot faster. to
yeah,
react.
a lot faster to clean up, yeah. Whereas if the one in the main
So-
comes in, then you have to run towards the main, then the one in the third hits
Yeah.
as well, and you have to pull back a little bit or so.
And actually, I would like natural, not even the third.
Yeah.
I guess on the third it's okay. You kill a little bit and you run, but he didn't do that.
Man, that Raven, though, for INnoVation, absolute MVP. 10 kills on it, so it's had an absolute hell of a time across the map. So that's
He
been
killed
really
more
nice.
than the Banshees.
Yeah, one Raven, absolute hero here so far. As you
Yeah.
see, just getting a position on the map, pulling back a little bit. He actually saved the Raven as well, by the way. Just about snuck away to the bottom left-hand corner, so that's really nice
Oh,
for
very nice.
to be able to keep that alive on top of everything else.
Yeah, that's a lot of Viking for Cure, by the way. Like, a lot of Viking. Like, he's gonna keep making them, I think, and attack at some point, eventually.
Yep.
Because look, INnoVation setup is already up. Like, 5 RX,
Yeah.
still Viking.
He's already finished Stim, and like, Stim just started for Kira.
Yeah. Oh, he's doing the random drop down the Vikings in the mineral line attack at third, something like that.
Yeah.
This could be very good. Like,
INnoVation in the middle of the map is going to actually, kind of slow response from both of them to back away or to jump on that. So it's the Vikings in the main that really have some potential for Kira here. There's also a Liberator in Kira's main, however, so he's going to be losing some SCVs. So action all over the place as Vikings stand. They'll be able to stop combat shields.
They'll be able to stop everything. They do so much damage to stuff like this.
This is actually insane. These Vikings are so strong. Oh my god. But at the same time, Kira lost a ton of SCVs to these Liberators.
But if he can defend, I think...
Yeah. Actually now INnoVation lost all of his SCVs to the Vikings, so bit of a mess here at the moment.
And the tank. Oh, the tank managed to siege. That's huge. He does so much damage. Nice, he lifts him up.
He'll shoot down the medevacs. Well, Kira loses the third orbital, so he's also down a base here.
Yeah, but like his army is huge.
Yeah, INnoVation still has to deal with these Vikings. They're just gonna kill SCVs again. Marines popping out, just aren't killing anything.
Oh
no!
Oh, he lost 2 tanks for free, and it's only 1 Raven, so
yeah,
and that's 5 tanks already. I think Kira's just gonna steam.
Yeah, I think INnoVation is just a little bit dead. He doesn't have enough across the map. He's lost way too many SCVs on the other side. Wow, what a game from Kira. As you see, INnoVation lands the Vikings, and he gets completely shut down.
Oh, the random Banshees. I mean, no, the random Vikings.
Yeah, these